This past week, I was in Charlotte, North Carolina, in the days following the fatal police shooting of 43-year-old father of 7, Keith Lamont Scott.
Black Lives Matter!
I was on the ground with protesters who took to the streets nightly demanding justice for Scott. He was killed by police who were originally at his housing complex to serve a warrant to someone else. Scott's family said he was sitting in his car reading a book while police said he had a gun. The community I met with was both pained and outraged by yet another tragic case of a person of color killed by police in the U.S. Here's why. For a lot of the folks I spoke to, Scott's death served as another reminder that being black in America means you can't guarantee your own safety.
It's sad and it's scary because that could have been me or that could have been anybody getting out of their car for whatever reason, and you would assume that, the people that are hired to serve and protect would have better decisions and better choices on how to handle a situation like that.
For a number of the women I spoke to, seeing the cell phone footage shot by Keith Lamont Scott's wife just a few months after Philando Castile's fiance live-streamed his death at the hands of the police was particularly painful.
So it hurts me as an African-American woman that every time I kiss my boyfriend goodbye, there's a common consensus that he may not come back, and that's hurtful.
How am I supposed to raise my future sons to try to tell them that this isn't okay and this is what you can do to be safe when there's no way to say how to be safe right now? There isn't, and that needs to be addressed.
Second, how the police handled the aftermath of the shooting only furthered the mistrust of the community. It took them 5 days to release the body and dash cam footage to the public.
Release the tapes! Release the tapes!
They eventually did, no doubt in large part due to the mounting pressure of protesters. But what they did actually end up releasing was just some of the footage, not all. And unfortunately, this may be the last police footage ever released in North Carolina, thanks to a new law that goes into effect October 1st that basically says police no longer have to make such videos a matter of public record. Then there's the footage itself, which really generates more questions than answers. It shows Scott slowly backing away from his car with his hands at his sides before getting shot 4 times. He wasn't making any aggressive gestures, and you can't even tell if he's holding anything. Even the police chief agreed on that point.